There's two bad decisions in this story. First one is reading a diary that you were never supposed to read. The second one is falling for its author. And now what initially seemed like inner thoughts are sounding more and more like evidence. I'm Samantha.
I'm Jeffy.
And this is the Spooky Frog Podcast.
As long as it is able to stay on.
Yes. We've been having technical difficulties. You know what? I am convinced that now we are haunted.
There's a gremlin.
Our equipment is a poltergeist of some kind, and it is trying to prevent us from making me laugh.
At the end of the day, I think we just really actually need a camera. Yeah. So we are so low tech right now. We are literally recording this podcast off of my phone. It's a good phone.
It is a good phone.
It's a good phone, and it's working as our camera right now, but that is not ideal.
No.
So hey, Patreon for whatever we set up for that.
There's something on there.
If you have a camera that you'd like to throw at our heads.
You know what? We have a P.O. box. You can
mail us a camera.
If you want, if you have a camera and you would like us to catch it in order to receive said camera, we will set this up for you. You can come to the house, you can chuck it at us, and like if we catch it, we get to keep it maybe.
Yeah.
Is that what we can?
Sam will come to your house. She will cook you eggs for the camera. I'm just giving you to the audience. Yeah, I also have. So we're both real annoying.
This is, we're your problem.
What else is new?
We are everybody's problem.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we have always been.
Yeah.
I like inflicting us on.
That's right. You tuned in. You're here. You're doing this yourself. Yeah, all of this is your problem.
You know what? If you've had corrective lenses, you actually paid to see this.
It's true. It's true. That's actually true.
I'm funny. So what are we doing today?
We are doing a book. We're doing Killer's Diary by Brian Pinkerton, our friend from Chicago.
So we love Brian Pinkerton.
What a good fella.
He has been part of Spooky Frog from the beginning. He can't make this one because he's got some family stuff going on.
He's a frog's frog.
He is a frog's frog. So he likes to pal around with some of I call them the Chicago boys. They're him and Jen Everson and a couple of the other Chicago-based authors like to go around and go to 80s concerts, and they're just a blast to be around. They're always just a real pleasure to have here. And Brian is a really, really accomplished author. He's done a lot of things that will... I can actually probably pull up his stuff now.
Are you Googling?
No, I had this actually here, which now that's deleted as well. This is the technical difficulties show. I swear, that's fantastic.
2 in a row.
It is 2 in a row. So
we had a real good run for a while.
We actually really did. Things were going well. The sound was fantastic. I'm going to try and pull back my information that I had written down. So give me back.
What did it do?
I must have just deleted it off of the sheet.
Oh,
so
good.
We keep notes so that we can kind of like stay grounded and everything. And I'd put them on the sheet. And when I put something else in it, as I was working on this today, this is what?
You hate formatting. Okay, we're going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight on the podcast.
Exactly the same as yours. This is exactly the same as yours.
It's not.
Don't look at that part.
Okay, I'm not looking.
It's exactly the same as yours, except made for books and not movies.
It
is exactly the same.
I disagree.
It is exactly the same. How is it different?
I don't know. Very excited to hear about these stepbrothers and stepsisters, though.
There's only one stepbrother.
Oh, are they stuck in the dryer?
No.
That is the question.
No. Their childhood trauma is different than that. You are now reminding me of that show that I've been watching, though, Hemlock Grove, which is a horrible, horrible show. It's so terrible, but I love it. It's terrible. It's got Bill Skarsgård in probably one of his first big breakout roles, and he's a secret vampire, sort of. But then there's also a secret werewolf, sort of. And there's it's from 2013. I'm going to spoil this for everybody.
I was just thinking to myself, there goes Sam. I'm going to spoil it away.
There's a girl that is pregnant by an angel that is the cousin of Bill Skarsgård, who is the secret vampire. But then we find out later that he's actually the father, but his dad is actually not who he thinks is his dad. It's his dad's brother, so that makes his child with his half-sister. But
No.
but this is all totally logical within the bounds of the show.
Is it?
Which has nothing to do with Mr. Brian, who's lovely, and now I've just bastardized his book by talking about this terrible, terrible show. I'm sorry, Brian.
And now everyone's going to conflict the show.
Yeah, they're going to conflate everything. Yeah. I'm going to tag Brian in this and just like then tag that show.
Sorry, bro.
Be like, now you're attached to this. But you know what?
He should have not written.
He should have known better with me.
What was it? Helmsworth Grove?
Hemlock Grove. Yes.
Hemsworth?
Sure. There's no Hemsworth in it.
No.
Yeah, and they're all supposed to be teenagers, but they're just...
That's the Grove I want to watch.
You want to watch Hemsworth Grove?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure you do, actually.
Yeah.
I'm okay without that. That's a solo trip that you can make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like big, beefy, farm-bred dudes?
There's nothing wrong with them.
Are they broken, Sam? Are you trying to tell me that the Hemsworth brothers are broken?
How many are there?
I think there's 3.
Okay.
I think there's the obvious one.
Which one is that?
That's I don't know a lot about these guys at all.
Well, you're supposed to be educating me.
I'm not educated. Don't ask me to educate you on the Hemsworth brothers.
There was one in a superhero movie, right?
Yeah. There's a superhero guy.
Okay.
And then there's the not superhero guy. And then there's really the not superhero guy.
Then I have no idea who the other 2 are.
Yep.
There's the Chris, and that's the
extent of my knowledge on
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth is the one that's in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
So he's some kind of superhero.
Yeah, he's Thor.
Oh, yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah, Thor's fine.
I don't like a Fabio-haired.
I like his character arc in the films enough that I don't turn it off, but also the films were pretty bad.
I mean, I don't know how you can make a great film out of that, but
I would say that his arc through the Guardians of the Galaxy was actually pretty fantastic.
You know what? That's a superhero movie I saw. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thought it was adorable.
Yeah. And every one of them is more adorable than the last. And I'll tell you, Chris Hemsworth comes in, and he's fantastic throughout.
Okay, well, we'll say that's a decent one then.
Yeah.
None of these people are Hemsworths.
No.
But you can have your hamster guy or whatever. Hamster worth.
This is riveting.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
Ever.
It's fairly, we say that every week now. You know what? Every time we go off script, I'm just going to start.
I thought we were supposed to be getting better at this.
No.
But that is clearly not happening.
Yeah, no. It's gotten so much worse.
Yeah.
But quick blurb about the book before we get back into all
Hemsworth talk?
Hemsworth hour. Yeah. Hamster hour. That's what I'm calling.
He's a handsome lad.
Chris Hamster. Sure.
Huh.
Yeah, he's fine.
Ragnarok, he was, yeah.
Yeah?
Banging.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. So Killer's Diary, we've got a psychological thriller, but with some deep, deep horror elements and some deep childhood trauma. I know you love childhood trauma.
It's true.
It is true. What makes this book really unique is that we have got a plot point where we are consistently trying to figure out if somebody is who they say they are. And that is something I really, really enjoy in a lot of kind of thriller work, like really character-driven storylines. Poor Ellen, our main character, she's had a rough life, and she finds this notebook in a cafe, and instead of returning it or just handing it in, she's like, I'm going to snoopy snoop a little bit.
Sure.
And
as one might.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not a terribly long book, couple hundred pages, so it's very consumable, but there is so much character development in this story. I think it's just fascinating so she works in a bookstore, which is, of course, adorable. It is in Chicago, so landmarks may be familiar if you are from Chicago or know about Chicago or a visitor. And basically, she sees a guy that gets up and leaves his notebook, and she is very well-intentioned on wanting to turn this in and flips it open with the sort of telling herself it's so I can see if there's a name in it or something.
Mm-hmm.
She could have very well just been like, hey, somebody left this on a table. Take it to whoever the barista is. But she doesn't because she's Snoopy. And she's looking through this, and the writing is speaking to her and her childhood trauma in a way that she has never connected with anyone before. She just got out of a really bad relationship. So she's vulnerable. she has all this baggage with her. And so she decides in that split moment, hey, I've got to get to work. I'm going to just take it with me. I'll return it later. I'll bring it back later. But unfortunately, she keeps reading it. And as she's reading, she becomes obsessed with needing to meet its author, which is creepy.
Sure.
Like, if you gender swapped this, it would like be very creepy on that side of it. And I love that Brian likes to play with that kind of stuff too. Like, it is definitely an invasion, what she's doing. So she starts to just go to the coffee shop hoping that she's going to run into him. And she's telling herself it's so that she can give it back. But she very quickly realizes that's not really a super viable option. Like, she's going to be like, oh yeah, I took this home and I kept coming back waiting for you to come here. Did you leave it here? He could have been coming to that cafe every time she was at work and going, hey, I left something here. Do you have it in Lost and Found? So now she's stuck with Secret Notebook, but still obsessed with finding the guy who wrote it.
Sure.
So it's in diary format. The diary is describing a lot of childhood trauma as well. And she kind of almost trauma bonds to the notebook, to this diary. Eventually, she does run into the guy again. So now we have Charles. Charles is very handsome. He's very charming. Doesn't talk a lot about his past. She finds an excuse to kind of like start interacting with him at the coffee shop, and they start dating. Which is great, except she keeps reading the diary.
Sure.
So also this woman is the slowest reader ever, because I would have been through that in like a day. I would have been like, all right.
Well, do you think that she's trying not to, and then it's calling her back, and then she's like, well, maybe I'll look one more time?
It is actually very much like that, yes. I just would not be able to hold back. I would read to the end immediately.
You're a parent.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across a diary?
No, I have not. I have not.
Your daughter doesn't even watch this.
No, she doesn't watch this. Are you kidding me? No, she hears enough from me already. She just want to hear more. Like, barely indulges me as it is.
You know what I'll tell you though?
What?
In like 20 years.
Oh yeah.
When we're dead, apparently we're gonna die in 20 years.
Yeah, why am I dying in 20 years? What are you doing to me?
Listen.
You know what? Earlier,
I have plans.
This was earlier where I was.
Gothbarge is just an elaborate Jonestown. Okay,
I would actually believe that. And at the point we get to, I will take that cup from you, sir.
Finally.
Finally. Earlier we were joking that like if I had to kill him, that I would get a now. Don't do no more of that.
Yeah, from the crowd.
But I don't know that I want to waste my one on you. And now somebody's going to watch this. Watch. Something's going to happen. They're going to watch this and it's going to be evidence. And I'm going to be real pissed.
That's right.
I'd be so angry at you from beyond the grave. Yeah. I would be so angry at you that I would then dig.
If I die, Sam's their murderer. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah.
And she should go to prison forever.
I mean, nice. Oh, we're stupid.
Real nice. Real nice, Jeffy.
You know what? Thanks, buddy. I love
Thank you.
I love that you're like, if I go, you're going to.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So,
that's right.
I mean, I'm your ride or die, so.
That's right. And I died, so now you no
so
longer ride.
You know what? I should be able to ride, but like in a bicycle, just away. Like, I don't know why I'm doing a bicycle under the chair.
I do not know either. We have derailed from this book yet again.
From this book. I'm going to show the cover because I like showing the cover. I think it's a great piece of cover art.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just going to peek out.
Killer's Diary.
Anyways, do love the cover art. I can never get this thing to sit back up here, right? So it's just going to be cattywampus with our guy there. So would you pick up the notebook? What is he doing? What is he doing? What are you?
It's true.
That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the show.
Yep.
Are you picking up the notebook? Are you reading it? Are you turning it in? What's your move?
Oh.
You see a cute girl, cute guy. You're like, hey, I see that they left this notebook. You can't run after them.
I'll tell you, I have literally never. So the equivalent nowadays is a digital version of this.
Yes.
And I've never gone through
somebody's phone. Yeah.
A phone, or when they leave their profile open, or any of that. Because and it's not because I'm altruistic. It's not because I'm a caring and passionate lover. or whatever the hell the other thing would be, it's because I don't want to know.
Well, yeah, there's some of that.
Because once you know, you know.
Well, and that's what
And
happens
sometimes
here.
I'd just rather not know.
And that's what happens
I don't need to
here,
know.
too. And you know what? I have been in those situations where I'm like, you know what? I probably would be better
Not knowing.
mentally not knowing. Yeah. However, I would say that if you need to know, you should know. If you don't need to know, you shouldn't.
You don't know until you know.
Right.
So I'd rather not know.
Yeah.
And
So
I can go my life. Yeah, I can go my life without knowing.
You're turning this in. So you bypass this entire story. You just go, you're not playing the game.
No.
All right. Well, you win. This podcast is over.
Yep. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Tip your bartender.
Yeah. Always tip the bartender.
Yep.
Very well. But that's, I would peek, I think, just to see if there's a name in it and just be like, okay, is this something that I should give to the police? Is this something that I can give to a barista? Like, has it got like money in it? Is there something do I need to take more care with this object than just handing it to a barista? I don't think I would really be that interested in what somebody was writing in it.
Where did this person find this book?
On the table at the coffee shop.
Hard pass. Don't pick it up.
Yeah.
It's not yours. Go away.
Just leave it there. Don't even turn it in.
It's not my problem.
You're not turning it in?
No.
You're a bad Samaritan.
I am. I am.
I would turn it in. I would turn it in because I'm a good person.
Good.
But I would definitely check to make sure that there's not something wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, if I find a wallet, I usually give it to whoever's working there.
Yeah. That's kind of how I would do it. But I'm not emptying the wallet.
Oh, I'm not even opening the wallet.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking to see whose wallet it is.
Yeah. Like, that's the barista's problem now. And, that's just somebody else's problem. But she's a curious person. She was kind of enthralled with kind of just the aura of this person anyhow. And now, she's kind of stuck because she's dating him. He has no idea that she's been reading this.
Sure.
And he seems like the perfect guy. And her work friends are like, yeah, he seems really good. Go for it. They're getting along well. He's taking it slow with her, which is great for her because she's got this traumatic backstory. He has no idea that she's been reading what, looks to be his diary and is talking about his deep childhood trauma issues as well. So she's feeling very bonded to him, trauma bonded to him through this notebook, through this diary. And he doesn't even know any of that. So there's definitely moral implications of this. And she keeps reading it and keeps reading it. Like, she doesn't stop and go, okay, I'm done. I have to just be done with this and hide it or whatever. So the problem comes when she's getting towards the end of this diary and bad things are happening.
No.
And now she's questioning if he is actually who he says he is. He's also very cagey about his past too, which somebody usually is when there's some background that's not good. Not everyone wants to talk about that all the time.
So at what point do you trust your gut over your feelings?
Yeah, that's the hard one. So that's the hard one is, I like proof.
Mm-hmm.
I like proof. I like to be certain of things. I don't like a whole lot of ambiguity in my personal life. It's one thing when it's it's work. You're going to just have to deal with ambiguity. That's fine. And when we're doing barge stuff, every boat we do is different. Every event we do is different. There's always something different that's going wrong or going right or has a different flavor to it. And you just have to be very comfortable with that. But when it comes to my personal life, I want information. So I would have to do probably what Ellen is doing and start investigating.
Sure.
So I'm going to call and see if somebody works there. I'm digging up their LinkedIn. I'm looking for, no one is as good of a detective as a woman trying to find something out about somebody she's dating. We will find everything. We will find your 12th removed cousin that is connected to somebody and backtrack all the way through to find something. I don't actually have the time or care to do that because I just don't. No, I don't. That's a waste of my time. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'd rather do something fun. And if I feel like I need to go through that level of distrust, I'm just not dating you.
Yeah.
If I can't trust you, I'm not dating you. It's just, that's how it is. If it's not there, it's not there. I am done.
Yep.
So, and you're kind of the same way.
Yep.
So, this kind of brought up some very lots of feelings. Not all of them great either. So now we're stuck basically in a loop of her trying to investigate while also still being absolutely head over heels for this guy. And what do you do with that? Like, at what point does one override the other? Do you choose to trust the person, or do you choose to put faith in the questions of things?
Well, yeah. And is it worse to be wrong about someone or to suspect them and be wrong?
Right. And in this particular instance, it's called Killer's Diary, so I'm not, like spoiling it. But
spoiler alert.
It looks like he's
a killer.
So, and
that is interesting. You're walking to this book and you already know he's a killer.
You already know that
you are aware that it's happening as the audience.
Yes. And so you're kind of like, you're put in the same position she is. Do you trust the diary? Is that him? Or do you trust who he's telling Ellen he is?
Right.
Especially with kind of a cagey background. And
but I guess the question is, what if this is all fiction?
Well, right. And so she has to wonder that too.
Yeah.
So that is where the rub is she's like, but she can't ask him because then she has to admit to what she's done.
Yeah.
And so she's got this lie that she's holding. Meanwhile, there are murders happening in the city. And they are pretty graphic too. So,
and they're matching what's in the diary.
Not necessarily, because there isn't like a true like MO that's really discussed. But there's a specific MO to the killings that are going on. If you do not like eyeball things, do not do this. There's eyeball stuff.
Lots of eyeball stuff?
There's lots of eyeball stuff. So,
I once dated a girl when I was in my 20s.
That had eyeballs?
That liked her eyeball being licked.
That's real weird.
Fetish.
That's real weird. I've heard of that, but it's also real weird. I'm not kink shaming.
I'm
also not kink asking why, because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
That's your business. If you lick whatever you want. Like, it's your...
Look whatever you want.
It's your parts,
Is that your MO in the bed?
No.
Lick whatever.
No, we're not.
And hard line found. There it is. Oh.
So you know what? I hope that
bashful saying.
Shut up. Damn it, Jeffy.
I hope she gets her eye licked every night.
I was hoping that she's watching this and now knows that you're calling her out.
I mean, I didn't do it by name.
Okay. We're not doing distinguishing features of...
No.
I feel like...
Absolutely not. I would never put somebody on blast like that. Not on a podcast. Not even in a conversation. There's no need. It's a strange...
Were you surprised?
No, there's, there's people have fetishes and they have things that they enjoy.
When she was like, hey, I like this, were you like, well, that's different? Or was it like, yeah, that tracks?
The way that it was brought up was very strange.
Okay.
Because I had known her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
And she was like, he used to lick my eye.
Oh, no.
And I was like, yeah?
That's cool.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever...
And she goes, yeah, and you know what? I kind of liked it.
That's a horrible way to bring this up.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Unless you're into hearing about that. Which is totally fine if you are. But, like, I wouldn't bring up something that, like,
someone else did?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't a fetish... See, it's not a fetish until you know that it's a fetish, and you learn that from other people. The things that you like...
That's true.
No, it is. The things that you like in bed are because you found them... You don't have
to be with another person to have a fetish.
Sure. But I guess what I'm saying is things that you find like this...
Yeah.
Things that you find in your journey, sexual journey, are found with other people. And when you get to a new lover... Only
when they're not solo. There's a ton of solo things that can be fetishes.
Sure. I bet she didn't lick her own eye.
And
she's not a toad.
A gecko. She's a gecko. When they do that...
Let's just talk about the book.
We've gone too far into your gecko ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry. You're probably a very lovely person.
She was fine.
Sure.
We don't talk anymore. I don't think it has anything to do with
her
anything
tendencies.
Yeah.
If you can lick your own eyeball, please share with the pod.
Yeah, sure.
I would like.
Why not?
I would like to see.
And if it's a fetish, if you're fetish licking your own eyeball,
get an OnlyFans. Getting only frogs.
Getting only lick.
Getting only frogs. You get every eyeball lick gets That's a...
Fair.
So yeah, this book. We've got characters.
We are characters.
You're a character.
It's true.
So yes, we've got the two main characters, which are really the majority of what is talked about. But we do have we've got mom of Ellen, who was married to a really awful alcoholic guy who was very abusive to her and to Ellen, and that's where that childhood trauma comes from. Her stepbrother is an important part of kind of her origin story there too, because they got out of this situation together.
Sure.
That's Seymour. They're never really friends, but, they had to kind of rely on each other a little bit. So it's definitely an important part of that story. And then stepfather, George Ravenwood, total asshole. He sucks. He ruins everything for everybody. And he's terrible. Really terrible. But he's sort of like this...
Why is it always the stepfather?
Yeah, I don't know. Or stepmother.
That's why I don't date ladies with kids. That's why I'm never going to be a stepdad. I don't want to be a stepdad.
You don't necessarily have to
I don't want to be a dad.
Right.
I don't want to be a dad or stepdad.
Well, you don't have to be. They could be adult children. We're old enough where, like, the children are probably adults now. Yeah. Yeah. You're getting
worse.
It's worse. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to give them presents. Be like, hey, champ.
I'm just saying that to be
taking you to baseball practice here.
A lot of what I say when I'm being spicy with you on the pod is just me being performative. Yeah.
No, he does. No, don't believe him. He does this all the time. This is what he does. This is what Jeffy does.
I'm an agent of chaos, and I gave her a frog, and
and
you are now the problem.
Oh, I am absolutely the entire problem. But yeah, lots of really interesting questions got brought up for me. A lot about trust. I think we both have a lot of that kind of comes up in stories like this. How well do you know somebody that you're with? Especially if it's,
what version of them?
Well, that too. Is it their work self? Is it their selves with their ex? They could have been a completely different person with a different person. Like, let's say you're with the wrong person, you're not going to act like your best self either. So you being, one way with somebody doesn't mean you're going to be that way with another. So there's another rub, but also, how do you decide that you trust somebody implicitly?
Right.
What is that process? Is it a long process? Is it something you just know right away? And sometimes it just comes down to, for me at least, a decision where I just decide that, okay, I am going to proceed with trust. Now, if something happens to break that along the way, then we'll deal with that. But it's usually I'm going to make the choice to trust. But there's not many people that I do trust. And I think that's where it gets a little bit squirrely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wanted to actually talk about Brian a little bit before I go farther, because Brian's a cool guy. He's extraordinarily talented. He kind of sits at that intersection between horror and sci-fi and thriller, which I love.
Very cool.
Yeah, these are very adaptable stories into film, I think. The other book that we talked about from him was The Perfect Stranger, which was that AI techno horror.
Sure.
Also workplace horror, which workplace horror gives me nightmares. Because I'm constantly stressed.
So what do you think the likelihood of one of these being picked up is?
Here's the cool thing about him is that he's been a screenwriter. So he had scripts that are ranked in the top 100 of Project Greenlight, top 2% of the Nickel Fellowship from the Academy. So it's and now the film industry is really plucking so much from horror books right now, including indie. Just found out that a book by Viggy Parr-Hampton has gotten picked up for a film adaptation for Much Too Vulgar, I believe is the book of hers. And so that's really exciting. There was something else that was picked up really recently from some of the authors that I know that is going to get a film adaptation. So yeah, there's quite a few of his works that could easily be adapted. This is one that could make a great thriller. It would be very consumable, almost in a Gone Girl type of way, and we'll talk about that with Shelf Neighbors, but it is a very fun romp, and it would be very translatable to film. I think The Perfect Stranger would be really good as well. Like, if we can do Megan and pull that off and have that be good, or like Companion is the much better version of that, I think Perfect Stranger would be fantastic. But yeah, he's way more accomplished than you'd think he is, just from like just the couple that we've done. So he's not just a writer of these books. He's also he like I said, he's super into 80s things, but like he also is a cartoonist. And I just think that's precious.
That's great.
I think that's adorable. So, but yeah, he does a lot of Comic-Cons, conventions, all of that. And I'm just very, very lucky that he chose to grace me with his presence at my little tiny baby book fair. But I want to do Shelf Neighbors, I think, first, and then I want to go into Would We Survive, because I got something for you there. So I mentioned Gone Girl already. Talented Mr. Ripley is another one where charm is kind of masking something deeper there. Identity not being what it seems. Primal Fear, I think would be a good kind of, if you like this, you'd probably like that as well.
Sure.
The Girl on the Train, another really good one. For books, there's quite a few. There is The Silent Patient, which was popular but also divisive a few years ago when it came out. A Good Lie by A.R. Torr. That one's lots of identity manipulation, like trying to determine if somebody is dangerous, which is exactly what we have going on here. The Lovely Wife, that was by Samantha Downing. That one is about uncovering who your partner really is over time, and realizing there's a version of them that you may not know, which I think is also very, very much what we kind of have gone through too.
Sure.
So, does the dog die? There's no pets. We're good.
No pets.
Well, okay. There's some very light. Hey, it's said that animals are harmed, but it doesn't describe that. And then, if you don't like eyeball things or violence against women or childhood trauma or abuse, then this is not for you.
Sure.
And there's probably not going to be a whole lot
full on sexual abuse in this one.
Yeah, there is. So.
Yeah, if that's the thing, that's a big.
That is a big one for some people. So I like to give that warning. But Would We Survive?
Bum bum bum.
Okay, so I'm going to do me first because then I don't want you to look too far. Okay. Stop looking. 61%. I don't do so well here.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to clock that something's not right away. Like I'm very suspicious by default. And I'm not somebody who stays in bad situations just casually or very long. I'm going to want to know and get some evidence. But once I kind of like internally flip that switch, I'm just going to disengage. I am not going to go farther. I'm not going to find out if maybe there's truth or not truth to these things. And in this particular story, that may be dangerous or not. It really, depends on which way you go. Because you could be putting yourself in danger on one side, but you could also be putting yourself in danger on the other. There's a killer out there. Is the person you're with going to protect you, or are they potentially this person?
Right.
You don't know. So you're making that gamble. But my problem also is I would probably isolate my concerns and not really like try and go seek help to try and figure these things out. So my quietly stepping back isn't really the best move for this particular book. Contrast that with Jeffy. You finally beat me. We finally got one where you beat me. Your survival odds are better than mine in this book.
Okay.
You actually may survive better. So you're relationship driven in a way that actually really helps here, actually. So you're going to stay engaged, try and talk things out. You're probably going to actually figure out, like, you're just going to be very direct and go, hey, I found your thing.
Yeah.
I found your thing. I did a bad thing. Let's talk about it. If you feel the need to hit the door, that's it.
That's if I am aware of this person.
Right.
Right. So if I find a random book somewhere,
yeah,
I'm not getting involved. But if it's somebody that I am, like Sam, if you drop, first off, I'm not reading your.
I'm going to put all my confessions into something and just leave it here. You're never going to touch it.
Never.
I'm going to bury all my secrets in your house.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the safest.
They'll never be found.
Right. You're never going to touch them.
No. But yeah, if I did, which I wouldn't, I would definitely be the person I would tell on myself. I tell myself on a consistent basis.
Well, and you're not likely to jump to a conclusion too early. You're actually more likely to hold back that jump and going, there's probably a rational explanation. There's probably a reason. Maybe that, even if they are a killer, maybe there's a reason they're a killer.
When you explained the premise of this book to me, immediately I thought, oh, but what if it's just fiction?
Right. Exactly.
I'm making excuses for this person
so but could
make believe world.
Right. You're already in that process.
Yeah.
And, does that put you closer to dangers? Does that put you farther away?
Right.
In this particular scenario, you're going to actually discover things way quicker than I would. So your odds are actually better. We finally did it.
Oh, we did it.
We finally found one that you are surviving more than me. I think we both don't do terribly because I think we both, if we have decided that we trust somebody, we're going to probably, at least try and figure out what's going on.
Sure.
I don't think we're instantly jumping to Dunstown.
Right.
But also that could be dangerous as well. Like if this is the killer, you staying is not a good plan.
Right.
Or me going too quick. I mean, how many times does somebody break up with somebody and now that's when they're in the most danger? So there's that precipice as well. Like, do you disengage when you find this out and put yourself at risk that way? Or do you stay engaged and put yourself at risk that way? Are you even at risk? Are you going crazy? What is happening?
Fuck.
Fraud. That's my answer to everything now. It's fraud. But that's our book today. I really was excited to do this one. I know we've done Pinkerton before, and so I hadn't wanted to do too many repeats of authors until we got through a whole bunch, but I keep getting more authors anyway.
Yeah, but Pinkerton, he's great.
He's great. And I knew that this would be just a good... We'd been doing so many different things. I wanted to get back to something that was just good and simple and very, very translatable to things too.
Sure.
So we have so much going on.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with you?
Oh, sure. So last week we did the Indie Sleaze dance party.
So
boy,
600 of you did that with us.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
People really resonated with the music. They were there until very... I aggravated the bar manager a little bit by not calling last call as loud as I needed to.
Oh.
And people were there.
Wait, you were not loud somehow?
I was trying to yell over too big of a crowd.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we found too big of a...
Yeah.
We have discovered a lot of things today.
It's been a
night of discovery.
Yeah. And at the end of the month, we have the queer goth boat.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Yes.
So if you're trying to get tickets, I'm sorry.
But you can go to the after party and everyone's invited. So
everyone's invited to the after
party.
Ticketed. Yep.
So.
Yeah. That one is ticketed.
Oh, is it ticketed?
Yeah. There's tickets for this one.
Really?
So Venus Social Club, who is the partner that we normally do,
okay.
No, they usually get tickets. So the venue defaulted to giving them tickets.
Oh, okay.
I've never done that before.
Are there tickets at the door?
I just said, you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are there tickets at the door available too?
Tickets at the door.
Okay, great.
Tickets at the door, tickets not at the door.
Yeah.
Tickets galore.
Then we're damn it, Jeffy.
It's true.
We need the drinking game again.
Yeah. Blood Rave is going to be announced days from this podcast being dropped. We also have a real fun one to announce. We are going to be doing Jazz in the Park.
Yes.
Okay. This one didn't make... When they reached out to me, it didn't make sense to me.
Right.
But Jazz in the Park reached out. Yeah, we're not jazzy.
We're generally not in the park.
But Jazz in the Park reached out, and they said that they came to our goth prom. They loved it so much that, hey, is there a way that we can come out and do a DJ set for Jazz in the Park?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy. I'm in.
Right. Yeah. The crazier the idea you pitch to us, probably the more likely we are to do it.
And then I had a wild hair at my tuchus that told me, sure. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's different.
And I said, hey, let's get the Midwest, the best Midwest goth DJ there is.
I'm so happy about this.
And we reached out to Scary Lady Sarah, and she was kind enough to tell us yes.
Yeah.
So she's going to be joining us on the stage at Jazz in the park. I did make sure to tell her that this is the first time we're doing it.
Yeah. So
and I am also confused. But here... But here we go. So Scary Lady Sarah, Goth Barge, Jazz in the Park.
Jazz in the Park.
Wild and wacky stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And then this Friday, Mall Goth. Yep. So we got Mall Goth. Yeah. And then we're doing a little gig at another strange one. We're doing a gig the next weekend at this strange little book fair. You guys might have heard of it.
It's real weird.
It's called the Spooky Frog.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Horrifying book fair. Yeah. Yeah, we don't know nothing about them frogs. So
I'm just gonna keep doing
so we're gonna have that going on. And then the last thing that I'll talk about is the Blood Rave.
Yeah.
So man,
do some engineering.
Miramar, we're engineering the heck out of it. It's gonna be a midnight drop. We're not gonna drop gallons of blood. We don't want to.
It's not Carrie situation.
It's not.
It's not Guar, but like there will be blood.
There will be blood. There will be a splash zone. Yeah. There will be signage.
Yes. If you do not want to get blooded, then there will be a non-blood area for you. So,
and we're not trying to make it disorienting.
No, we're not going to like do flashing lights and all this stuff. We're going to do a limited blood drop during one song, and you're going to get messy.
Yep, little mess.
Do you want to get messy?
More so, we are focusing on the music that we are going to be playing. Yeah. We're going to get into that dark techno. Yeah, we are going to get into that acid house. We are going to get into a lot of the different things that we've touched on here and there at Goth Barge. Yeah. But like, not like we've done. Exactly. We're going to explore it a lot heavier.
That's going to be a great playlist. Yeah, obviously. So Spooky Frog the 16th, which is like
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh my God, I'm terrified. I'm always terrified. Like that's my perpetual state. But like I get more and more terrified, and I've got such good people coming too. So I really want to make it great for them. There's so many different authors and vendors at this one. It's the biggest one yet. There is also I got little plastic froggies for you if you subscribe to the podcast.
Hey.
You can pick up there. Slay the Leak has a Pride Book Fest coming up in June. So we'll talk about that as we get closer. And then I just want to talk a little bit about Jason Davis and Bookmail. So last summer, I narrated the audiobook for Bookmail. I have here. So, and this isn't just a plug for Bookmail. This is to tell you that the sequel to Bookmail is coming out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which is really, really cool. I'm currently in the middle of the advanced reader copy of that because I'm going to narrate that one too.
That's awesome.
So I'm super happy. Jason, unfortunately, has some very sad family things going on right now. His wife has cancer.
Yeah.
It's not good either. So he does have a GoFundMe up. It is on the Spooky Frog Facebook page. And then also, if you just buy his books, he's on TikTok all the time. Follow him on TikTok. He makes really great lives. He's on there all the time talking to people. He makes some really fun content. So definitely follow him on all the socials. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He's on TikTok. If you want to donate, do the GoFundMe. But if you just want to buy his books, he's got a lot more than just Bookmail. I think we're hoping he has maybe a couple copies of the new one for the book fair. If not, there's going to be digital copies available soon as well. And then I will work on recording the new one this summer. I will give a little teaser. So some of the book takes place at my book fair.
Ooh.
I was so excited when I read that. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh,
you're here in the book. It's here. It's very like meta.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I feel like, throw that in a time capsule, just inflict myself on the world.
And I love
many
that.
Years. I know. It's interesting as you get older to think about like, what are people going to remember when you're dust?
Right.
And
legacy.
And food for lots of tiny creatures.
Yep.
And if I can just be weird, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So with that,
I think that's it. I think we're done.
Are we frogging it out?
We're gonna frog it out.
Frogging out.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Get your frogs.
Frogs.